Right, so I recently received a phone call from the pool guy to come down and have a look at a job, and it was to decorate this swimming pool. This is what I was greeted with: a smelly, green, horrible mess. Pool boy chucks in there trying to get rid of all the last of the little bits of, I don't know, algae and gooey stuff. I don't even know, it's nasty. But when it was all done, I went and checked it all out, and the walls were really rough, like lime scale, sandy stuff. So we had to sort of just sand the entire lot down, because if you walked on it or swam up against it, it wouldn't be very pleasant. So we got it all nice and smooth before we went on with the paint, and the paint was the Antel Pool Coat System 10. It's a white paint. It does come in other colours, I believe, but they want to stick with white, and it's a 2-part epoxy resin. When you're mixing it up, make sure you do whisk it for a good 2-3 minutes, because you want to thoroughly mix that resin in so it cures nice. All we done was pretty much cut it all in, a section at a time, and then rolled it out. Miles is behind me because he likes to get involved where he can, which is handy. And I did back roll that first coat, trying to get it to cover a bit better. But if I'm honest, white paint is an absolute pain to get nice and white. You'll always see little dark patches, and it does usually take a couple more coats. So the system that we're using is a 3-coat system. It's 2 white, 1 clear. But as you can see, it's not covering very well. That back wall was quite grinny. And even though when I rolled this top step out, I was a bit like, oh, this might be all right, you know. But when I come back the next day, I was gutted. It looked like I literally hadn't painted it. So we did sort of have to give it a few more coats. So this is where we went on with our second and third coat. Literally the exact same system. I didn't bother recording both coats, but you can clearly see how much difference it made it giving it that third. It goes proper bright white. Right, so once you've mixed up your product and you're starting to work with it, in a dry, cool environment, you've got about an hour, but because this dome was on and it was quite hot in there, it was giving me about 40 minutes to work with the paint. But that is it covered up. I just got to go on with a clear coat. But check this out. This is actually the clear coat. I didn't bother recording it because it's clear, but look at the chemical reaction, and I can actually feel the heat coming from the scuttle. I'll let that go hard and I'll throw it away. But a couple of days later, I put back and Miles was smashing the granny out of the little wall that was holding the dome up. Yeah, and as you can see that the dome's gone, the swimming pool looks absolutely bling and just needs a hoover out. And then it went from this to this, and looks